Rico. Man, oh man, I got a fun-packed story for you today because, apparently the DCC is going after the trap, Rico, apparently, because a new California law targets colorful packaging to curb illegal marijuana sales. And I just have to ask, since they're using this language, why aren't all the crazy liberals saying that this bill is racist? But nonetheless, we're going to keep on going. The new year brings new laws into the state of California. Among them is one that law enforcement says will protect children from getting their hands on illegal and potentially dangerous marijuana. They say it is illegal cannabis that is not tested and could contain pesticides and other chemicals. On a recent trip to Los Angeles, a toy district in downtown LA, they say they found dozens of packaging with bright colors, cartoon characters, some with references to famous movies, others with a likeness of well-known musicians. All of the items they found inside stores they visited, the California Department of Cannabis Control says are illegal. In a quote, "What we saw in the toy district was an enormous amount of packaging that would not be allowed in the California legal cannabis market. It is extremely attractive to children. It carries the universal symbol of legal California cannabis, so it deceives consumers and is sold in bulk in the toy district," Nicole Elliott, California Department of Cannabis Control Director, said. The NBC4I team was with the DCC enforcement team in November when they say they visited 4 locations in Los Angeles. They say had been served with search warrants 6 months before and warned about unlicensed commercial cannabis activity. They tell the NBC4 News I team that they returned to the locations because the businesses were back up and running. Duh. Sounds like New York. And in quotes, "Starting in the new year, our department, law enforcement in general, is going to be able to seize that packaging and destroy it when it is found to not be used for lawful purposes," Elliott said, referring to the recent passage of AB 1126 in quotes. "Now we're really focused on the product within the packaging. We can definitely seize packaging, but not in this sort of comprehensive way. So this really makes it crystal clear that we have authority to seize when that universal symbol is on that packaging and it is not being used for lawful commercial purposes," she added. Oh man, it sounds like the DCC has given up on raiding trap shops and they're just going to go and start raiding packaging stores in downtown LA. But tell me what you guys have to think about this. This is Jason Beck for the High at 9 News.
It's crazy.
We have become the auditors of color.
Yes.
You cannot have so many colors on your package.
No, too many bright colors, man. I just feel like it's like an episode of E.T. when he's like, bright lights, bright lights.
Bright lights.
What were you saying, Rochelle?
Crazy.
I'm just confused. Like, I thought that they vetoed a law in California around this with like the no cartoon characters and bright colors on the packaging. So what is
you are correct. They did veto that law. However, the law that the AB 1125 or whatever it was that I just referenced, that proceeds to them being able to use the California cannabis symbol, that triangular symbol with the weed leaf and the California abbreviation in there. And so they're saying that logo is of possession of the state of California and the DCC, and that any type of using that in any way that is unlawful or in the trap, basically, then they have the right to go and seize any of that packaging because it has the state's logo on it. Does that make more sense?
So they say
they're hating. They're telling people.
You know what I really wonder? Rico. You know what I really wonder is if the DCC is going to go and seize Cali Plug's chain.
Wow.
Is it hollow? Is that chain?
Is it solid?
That's what I really wonder, because that's a use of the California emblem. You know what I mean? So
it really is. So in the article,
I don't think these idiots remember going to college and studying sociology, where if a certain percentage of your population wants to do something, you can't stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
No.
And so they're pissing up a rope here because people want weed. If you make it too hard to get legal weed, then illegal weed's going to show up. Okay, it ain't rocket science, and they're just so fucking slow. They can't catch up with themselves because the trap can change, it can morph, it can pick up and move next door and come right back once you leave the building.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've watched this movie for what, 20 years now, Jason? And it's like, what do you keep doing the same goddamn thing over again and getting the same result?
Mm-hmm.
That's insanity and it's stupid.
I'm not sure that the state of California will be able to enforce this because it's public property. It's like the state doesn't really own anything that people do. So if I think that someone with some money and someone with a bone to pick with California and what it is that they feel like they're trying to do, someone with enough time on their hands could possibly change this and stop them from being able to do something like this. I think that it's public domain. It's not, the state is the people, it's owned by the people. So if the people see so fit to allow it to be utilized in a certain way, I don't think that they can actually stop them from using it. So as long as it doesn't look exactly like the emblem, if they take
no, it's the exact emblem, bro. It's the exact emblem. Don't get it twisted. They're using the exact emblem, bro. Yeah.
So Jason, in the article it says on a recent trip to Los Angeles toy district.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to downtown where the little packaging, where all the trappers get all the packaging. It's like one block in downtown LA.
Right, and you see how they the writing of the article, they said they had to put toy district in there.
Yeah,
to make that connection to children.
Yep.
Right there, they said they found dozens of packaging with bright colors, cartoon characters, and some references to famous movies.
I wonder how many Nerds wrote packages they found.
Right, I mean, what is this shit, dude?
Bro,
it's all about the children, Rico.
Yeah,
when you read our regulations say it can't be attractive to children. Well, what the fuck does that mean?
Exactly.
Okay?
Right.
I need a definition here. Oh, I think a kid might like it, so therefore you can't do it. Yeah. Man,
exactly.
It says reference to famous movies. I'm pretty sure if there's any references, I know a couple of brands that have references to movies or they have characters like similar to movies portrayed. But any of those movies, kids don't know shit about those movies. These are movies like from the 60s and 70s and 80s, if that. And then it says like bright colors and cartoon characters. I don't know about any recent like legal cartoon characters that I've seen on packaging, but bright colors, like
this is an attempt to them and they've done something knowing that they did absolutely nothing at all. This is an attempt to them saying we did this and give us a pat on the back because this should stop.
No. You know what? You know what I think it honestly really is I think that law enforcement was like, hey, you know what? We don't want to go in and raid the trap shops anymore. We need something that's a softer target to where we don't have to feel like we are putting ourselves in jeopardy and playing whack-a-mole. And so then, therefore, they can go to all these little bodegas just right in one little street and just go and hit them all in one day and just take all the packaging. And then that way they have a big headline. They remove so much packaging from the illicit market. And now they're not going to have anything to put.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's the lowest hanging fruit, and it's the easiest thing for them to go get, and it's the less likely for them to get popped.
Yeah, clearly saying, look, we did this. Give us a pat on the back.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then it's going to pop up in some other
enforcement. That's the problem we've always had with these drugs these drug laws you can't enforce. Get selective enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
I got popped for selective enforcement. I wasn't importing shit or running a trap shop. They'll pick off who they want, and it doesn't solve the problem. Because the next day, hell, we used to use fucking Ziploc bags. I didn't need to have fancy
Ziploc bags work fantastic.
Once the weed here, it's in a Ziploc bag.
Hey, in all fairness, you had you had bright, attractive colors on Ziploc bags because yellow and blue make green.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I think they fall down and bump their head regularly.
Facts.
These people just it's bullshit what they keep spewing out at us.
Yeah, they need. How about they divert some of this energy and some of this money into education? How about teaching people what sativa and indica really is? How about teaching people about actual terpene profiles? How about some actual education out to the state, because they clearly don't know shit. The consumers, the new consumers, really don't know
much. You need to protect Rico. He's saying too much right now. I think he's going beyond the scope of what California will allow. Now he's talking about educating. Now he's in trouble. You gotta
stop. You must be stopped.
How about we just teach our kids the truth about drugs? How about that?
You
Just
can't.
be
You
honest
can't.
with them.
Hold on, bro. Because
Just be honest with them.
then you have to assume that everyone is Jack Nicholson, and you can't handle the truth.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
you know what? You know what it is? The only drugs they want you to get is the ones they control and manufacture inside their pharmaceutical factories. But the moment you can grow something natural out of the ground that will help your back pain, that will help your anxiety, that will help you with sleeping, that will help you just feel happy overall. Oh no, this is just too much. He's not getting the poison from us.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna do you like YouTube does us and say that you're glorifying drugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Rochelle.
Now you have
All this sucking out of Jack Daniels, right? You're glorifying drugs.
Exactly, Rochelle.
Right,
I saw you were just recently in like a little trap shop that was selling Legos and was selling cannabis products too. And so, did you happen to see any of this packaging that the DCC may be on the lookout for with the California symbol on it while you were there?
You know, surprisingly, that was not a trap. That was an actual store. It was a liquor store in Minnesota that also has a cannabis section because that's how it's playing out in Minnesota. But yeah, they had all kinds of packaging that the DCC would find questionable.
Minnesota, early champion of the crossfade.
Yeah,
love it.
Loving it. Oh man. This is.
I mean, buying cannabis seeds at the liquor store, what a time to be alive.
I mean, you can't make this shit up.
What a time.
You cannot make this shit up.